Published 0518 EDT, 3 November 2017. Updated 11/27 EDT, 3 November 2017. Two grieving mothers are helping each other through the loss of their children after a message in a bottle brought them together, despite living 5,000 miles apart. Sasha Oliver, 23, from Glasgow, and Emil Safaglu, 46, from Burke, Virginia, managed to find each other by chance following the deaths of Sasha's son Lucas, 2, and Emil's daughter Rehan, 13, just months after losing her grandson. Sasha's mother Angela, 49, had thrown a bottle in the sea containing a picture of Lucas, who died from meningitis, and his mother, along with a touching message, while in holiday in Turkey. Emil, who was grieving with her family in Turkey, by chance discovered the bottle, exactly a month after Rehan died after being hit by a train during a hiking trip. She was so moved by the message that she decided to connect with Angela on Facebook earlier this year, as well as Sasha, with the pair later becoming friends. Sasha Oliver, 23, from Glasgow, lost her 2-year-old son Lucas, pictured together to meningitis in December last year. The two mothers believe their children, who never met in life, are together, supporting each other in death. Finding the bottle wasn't a coincidence, said Sasha. I think Rehan and Lucas are together, looking after each other. It is a comfort for me to believe that my son, who I loved so very much, is with Rehan, who I've been told was a very kind girl. Angela added, I'm not religious, but it simply seems too much of a coincidence. Why would another mum who has been through such a tragedy pull the bottle from the sea otherwise? In July this year, Emil Safaglu, 46, from Burke, Virginia, lost her 13-year-old daughter Rehan, pictured together after she was struck by a train while hiking. I truly believe Lucas and Rehan are together, looking after one another and happy. Lucas had fallen ill at the end of November 2016, on the same day the family put their Christmas decorations up. He initially just had a fever, recalled Angela. We weren't unduly concerned. We put him to bed, and checked in on him. But, just hours later, his hands and feet felt ice cold and Angela noticed a rash on his stomach, a common sign of meningitis. I put a glass on it and it didn't vanish, she said, describing a test used as an indicator of possible meningitis. The two grieving mothers were brought together by chance by a message in a bottle that was thrown into the sea in Turkey by Sasha's mother Angela. This note was launched on July 25, 2017. My name is Angela Oliver from Glasgow, Scotland. I'm sending the spirit and joy of my 2-year-old grandson who passed away from meningitis on December 3, 2016. His name is Lucas Smith, born the 13th of July 2014. He was the sunshine in our lives and we miss him every day. I hope his spirit travels the world as we know he is still with us in spirit and forever in our hearts. Myself and my daughter Sasha send this with love and hope in our hearts. If you find, please contact. She and Sasha immediately took Lucas to the Queen Elizabeth University Hospital in Glasgow, where he was diagnosed with suspected meningitis and put in a coma, to give him a chance to recover, and pumped of antibiotics. Briefly, his condition seemed to improve, and Angela thought he would pull through. In my head, I thought he would survive, she said. He seemed to be doing better. But it wasn't to be. On December 3, during the early hours, the child they loved so much died from meningococcal septicemia, a combination of meningitis and septicemia, or blood poisoning. Sasha was forced to make the heartbreaking decision to turn his life support off. The care assistant, who lives with her mother, said it was just terrible bad luck that he got it and completely heartbreaking to lose him. Angela, 49, pictured with Lucas, had put a picture of Lucas and his mother inside the bottle, along with a touching message. She described how her grandson died last December, after a rash appeared on his stomach. The hospital gave me a recording of his heartbeat and at Build-Up Their workshop, I was able to put the recording in a teddy bear which I call Lucas Bear. I had Lucas' final box of nappies, so I put one on it. As the months progressed, the family had to gradually come to terms with their grief. In July, Angela decided to throw the bottle into the sea, while on holiday with a friend in Fethiye, Turkey. I wrote about how much we loved Lucas and how we missed him, the college lecturer explained. Throwing the green wine bottle into the Mediterranean, I intended to set Lucas' spirit free. It was my way of letting him go, letting him be free. Doctors diagnosed Lucas with suspected meningitis and put him in a coma. His mother, Sasha, pictured right, was forced to make the heartbreaking decision to turn his life support off. Meanwhile, 5,000 miles away in Virginia, Rayhan, 13, was killed when she was struck by a train while hiking in Hemlock Overlook Regional Park with her cousin Michael, 13, and brother Barry's, 21. At the end of June, Rayhan and Michael were walking on the tracks, on a bridge, when they heard the train approaching. While Michael managed to jump out of the way, Rayhan was not so lucky. Her mother Emil explained Rayhan tried to outrun it, but she was hit and killed. It was an accident. No one was to blame. Barry's went to her. She was dead, but perfectly preserved, like she was sleeping. Remembering her daughter, who once sang in a children's choir for President Obama as an extraordinarily kind girl, Emil believed her untimely death was her destiny, as she had fulfilled so much in life already. Both Sasha and Emil believed that their children Lucas and Rayhan, who never met in life, are together, supporting each other in death. Emil said she was moved by the message in the bottle, which she found in a cove while in Turkey grieving with her family despite her young age. She had talked about her death and funeral. She said, "I believe it was her destiny. My daughter was wise beyond her years. I shared a bed with her every night. She would give me dating advice. She earned straight A's and was a competitive cheerleader. She played volleyball, field hockey, lacrosse, soccer. She played violin in the school orchestra." About a month after Rayhan's death, her mum went to Turkey to visit family there. She was thinking about her beautiful girl, when she walked into an isolated cove and noticed a green bottle, floating in the water. Emil believes her daughter's untimely death was her destiny, as she had fulfilled so much in life already. She explains that despite Rayhan's young age, she had talked about her death and funeral. Pulling it out, she found the picture inside and read Angela's note. It read, "This note was launched on July 25, 2017. My name is Angela Oliver from Glasgow, Scotland. I'm sending the spirit and joy of my 2-year-old grandson who passed away from meningitis on December 3, 2016. His name is Lucas Smith, born the 13th of July 2014. He was the sunshine in our lives and we miss him every day. I hope his spirit travels the world as we know he is still with us in spirit and forever in our hearts. Myself and my daughter Sasha send this with love and hope in our hearts. If you find, please contact." Sasha, pictured with Lucas, says it is a comfort for her to believe that her son is with Rayhan. Angela also believes it is too much of a coincidence that the bottle was found by another grieving mother instantly. Emil was convinced that Lucas and Rayhan were together in the afterlife. "It was such a moving moment," she continued. "I knew then they were together." She managed to find both Sasha, who like her is a single mother, and Angela on Facebook, where they connected and have since shared tales about their children. They have not met in person, but hope to do so in the future when they have enough money. Emil said, "If I go to the UK, I will visit Glasgow and meet both these wonderful women, who have lost Lucas. He is, after all, with my daughter." In the message, Angela described Lucas as the sunshine in our lives, adding, "We miss him every day." Sasha was given a recording of Lucas' heartbeat by the hospital that treated him. She has now put the recording inside a teddy bear pictured. Meningitis Research Foundation estimates that there are around 3,400 cases of bacterial meningitis and septicemia every year in the UK and Ireland. This means that every day 9 people become ill with the diseases. With 1 in 10 people dying, a death will occur almost every day. A further 2 people will be left with life-altering after effects as severe as brain damage, deafness, and multiple amputations. Meningitis vaccines offer excellent protection, but they are not yet available for all forms. So it's vital to know meningitis symptoms and what to do if you suspect someone has meningitis or septicemia. Symptoms of meningitis and septicemia: fever and/or vomiting, severe headache, a limb, joint or muscle pain, cold hands and feet and/or shivering, pallor, mottled skin, breathing faster, feeling breathless, a rash anywhere on the body, a stiff neck, less common in young children, a dislike of bright lights, less common in young children, very sleepy, vacant, or difficult to wake, confused or delirious, seizures or fits may be seen. Other signs in babies: stents, a bulging soft spot on their head, refusing to feed, irritable when picked up, with a high-pitched or moaning cry, a stiff body with jerky movements, or else floppy and lifeless. Fever is often absent in babies less than 3 months of age. Septicemia can occur with or without meningitis. Not everyone gets all the symptoms and they can appear in any order. Source: Meningitis Research Foundation.